Good morning from the National Weather Service here in Pocatello. My name is Carter, and this is your Southeast Idaho weather hazard briefing for Wednesday, October 30th. Got high pressure back in the forecast today, but our next system remains on track to arrive tonight into Thursday. I'll be breaking that down for you this morning. Key points we're going to focus on today, again following a departing system east over the Continental Divide. We got a brief high pressure back for today, mostly sunny skies, just some isolated snow showers along the Wyoming border region. Should be a great Wednesday out there. Our next system will begin to move in late tonight into Thursday, and what that means for us is widespread rain and snow showers heading into Halloween and Friday. Precipitation chances will continue all the way through the weekend into next week as the coldest air mass of the season starts building in for Sunday into early next week. And taking a quick look at satellite for you this morning, mostly clear skies to start things off. Very cold temperatures out there. Copper Basin reporting 1 degree Fahrenheit this morning as of about 4 a.m. But as you can see, outer bands of clouds are beginning to filter into the Pacific Northwest. That's going to be associated with our next system that's going to be rolling in here over the coming days. And water vapor satellite here, taking a look at the bigger picture. So high pressure in control today. Again, this is just going to be a transitory brief ridge here as this low pressure system currently to our northwest begins to slowly meander its way into our neck of the woods. And with that, we're going to get a cold front moving through here throughout the day on Thursday. And with that, the low pressure system is going to slowly move its way over our region heading into the weekend, and overall seeing those precipitation chances increase. So kind of taking a look at the broad upper level pattern, European and GFS models, shows that system diving southeast out of the Northeast Pacific over our region. So again, pretty slow moving system once it does move on shore before finally shifting east. And as it does, that trough axis sets up directly over us for Sunday. So highs will be struggling to get above 40 degrees on Sunday. So much colder air mass in place heading into later this weekend. But behind that, we're going to get a brief break. Looks like not seeing much activity heading into Monday. Another short system begins to work in for Tuesday. But other than that, high pressure looks like it should be returning back starting Wednesday through next weekend, bringing in some warmer temperatures. Weather was got look for your next 5 days. We'll just focus on some isolated snow showers, primarily along the Wyoming border region, ahead of increasing the widespread activity building in later tonight into all day Thursday and Friday. We'll see some breaks at times, but overall just some rain snow shower chances will continue all the way through the weekend, heaviest of which will be in our mountain areas. And taking a look at temperatures for you over the next 7 days. Through Saturday, it looks like we'll see highs still hanging out in those 30s, 40s, maybe low 50s across our lowest elevations. Overnight lows in the teens, 20s, single digits in our coldest mountain basins. But starting Sunday, it gets noticeably colder. We're going to drop down to highs struggling to get above 40. And that'll be kind of the going trend there heading into early next week. Highs there in the 30s to low 40s. And break it down precipitation timing for you. So overall, not seeing much out there for today. The best chances will increase generally after about 6 o'clock tomorrow morning, building in west to east throughout the morning hours, and that'll continue through the afternoon and evening. We'll see a little bit of a break, it looks like, heading into early Friday, but overall, still seeing some isolated to scattered activity here over the next couple of days. And with that, breaking down some of the timing on that, this here is the HER model. So this morning, just seeing some isolated snow showers, primarily up around Afton, Jackson, Soda Springs area. But other than that, not seeing much out there for precipitation today. We'll see the best chances begin to build in from the west after midnight tonight, first beginning over in Boise and McCall, before shifting east overnight tonight and throughout the day on Thursday. So again, expecting most of this to be all snow as you get above 5,500 to 6,000 feet, mix of rain and snow as you get below that. But as you can see, that cold front will swing through, some moderate precipitation possible, especially during those afternoon hours, potential rumble of thunder or two with that line as it works east. But overall, a little bit of a break behind that cold front, some dry air gets wrapped in, but as that bigger upper level trough begins to shift east, we get another round of precipitation building in for Thursday night into Friday. And here's a look at the snowfall timing for you. So heading into Thursday, just some light snowfall in the valleys, a little bit heavier as you get up towards the Wood River Valley, Stanley, and Island Park. And for Friday, we'll keep that trend going. Westerly, southwesterly upslope areas will be favored with this event, so we're expecting the highest totals up in the western central mountains and greater Yellowstone region. And totals for you Thursday through Friday, looking like those highest totals again up towards Stanley, Sun Valley, Island Park, Driggs area. Much lighter totals as you get across our lower elevations. And speaking of rainfall, overall looks like it should be staying about 1/10 to 3/10 of an inch across the board. Locally higher totals in that 3/10 to maybe half an inch or more in some of those mountain areas. And breaking down some of the percentiles for you on snow. So this is the 10th percentile snow forecast for that Thursday-Friday system. Overall, this is at least a low bar, so 90% chance of getting higher totals than this. But overall, this may have a trace to maybe a couple inches in the valleys. Certainly a pretty good chance up there in the western central mountains. Up and then up to the high-end 75th percentile, those snow totals jump up to about 6 to 9 inches in Island Park, Stanley, Sun Valley. This will remain a high-end scenario, again expecting those accumulations generally going to be in that 3 to 6 inch range for those mountain valleys, lighter totals elsewhere. And breaking down probabilities for you here, so percent chance of just a dusting accumulating up at least 1/10 of an inch. Pretty high chances as you get into the mountains, lesser onto the Snake River Plain, but bumping that up to 1 inch, again shifting into our mountain areas. And as we step through these probabilities here, as you can see, just beginning to shift further and further into the mountains, and with this southwest westerly upslope flow, going to be favoring those highest elevations of the western central mountains, and again greater Yellowstone region. And those snow chances will continue through the weekend. We're looking at about a trace to a couple more inches in the valleys, a little bit higher up again in the central mountains and up around Island Park and the Teton Valley. And precipitation chances through the weekend. Again, rain-snow mix possible across our lower elevations, but generally on over about 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch, locally higher in that 3 to 4/10. And to look at what's to come, 6 to 10 day temperature outlook does keep us. Again, we were talking about that coldest air mass of the season building in. Looks like that'll be well in effect November 4th through the 8th. Temperatures run at about 6 to 12 degrees below normal here in eastern Idaho. Precipitation outlook does keep in that near normal to below normal favored. So I was talking about that high pressure ridge earlier. That looks like it will begin to extend its nose into our region heading into that 6 to 10 day period, leading to some slightly warmer and drier conditions prevailing. 8 to 14 starts to bring in that near normal to slightly above normal temperatures across the Pacific Northwest and Northern Rockies. And the 8 to 14, again, keeping with this near normal to below normal, pretty indicative of high pressure building in over the western Conus. And that's about all I have for you this morning. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please feel free to send us an email, give us a call, or check out some information on our website. Have an awesome Wednesday and stay safe out there.